An ongoing success story that continues to develop. Tradition, innovation, vision. The Israel diamond industry.
Sourced from conflict zones across Africa, then cut and polished in Israel, Tel Aviv's diamonds are stained with blood. The country's booming diamond industry conducts dubious transactions and mines these gems through a process that invariably involves human rights violations and the funding of armed rebel movements in various African countries. And the industry has, for decades, not only been robbing Africa of lucrative resources, but also aids and abets Israel's killing of Palestinian civilians and its illegal occupation of Palestinian territories. Tel Aviv has no diamond reserves. Despite this, Israel is the world's 5th largest exporter of diamonds, and the precious gems are among the country's main exports, with diamonds topping the list in 2022, raking in $10.5 billion. Since 2010, over $100 billion has been injected into Israel's economy thanks to diamond exports, making the country and its government heavily reliant on the precious gems.
Overall, the Israeli diamond industry contributes about $1 billion annually, it's a very rough estimate, to Israel's military and security industry.
Experts say that the steady flow of revenue has helped Israel's apartheid regime sustain its brutal and unlawful occupation of Palestine by funding Tel Aviv's military and its intelligence and security agencies, including Mossad and Shin Bet.
Every time Israel exports a diamond, and every time somebody buys a diamond that was exported from Israel, some of that money ends up in the Israeli military. So the financial connection is quite there.
Among the companies that reportedly fund and support Israel's military is that of diamond magnate Benny Steinmetz, whose company Benny Steinmetz Group Resources is one of Tiffany's biggest diamond suppliers. Through its Steinmetz Foundation, BSGR funds and supports the Givati Brigade, an Israeli military unit accused by the UNHCR of war crimes during Israel's assault on besieged Gaza in 2008-2009. Then comes Israel Diamond Exchange Limited, a private company whose members raised approximately $71,000 for Israeli soldiers and procured equipment to bolster Israel's military offensive in Gaza in 2014. Another shadowy diamond kingpin supporting Israel's illegal occupation is Lev Leviv, known in Israel as the King of Diamonds. Leviv, whose son and brother were accused of illegally smuggling about $18 million worth of diamonds into Israel between 2010 and 2018, was involved in a $34 billion lawsuit in 2016, when a group of American Palestinians living in the occupied West Bank accused him of supporting the construction of illegal settlements in the region. Africa is the largest producer of rough diamonds globally, and Israel imports most of its gemstones from numerous countries across the continent, including South Africa, Liberia, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Côte d'Ivoire. Violent conflicts have claimed the lives of tens of thousands of people in many of these countries, and in order to access African diamonds, mercenaries from various external nations, including Israel, have supplied weapons and military gear to these conflict zones. Additionally, foreign companies have plundered the resources of African countries, cutting them off from substantial revenue streams. In the DRC, for example, Israeli mining magnate Dan Gertler made a $20 million deal in 2001 with then Congolese President Laurent Desire Kabila, and obtained exclusive control over the country's diamond market, according to a UN report. The report noted that Gertler's monopoly encouraged illegal smuggling and cost the DRC an estimated $3.71 billion in lost revenue. Yet he continues to profit off the African nation through royalty payments. And over in Côte d'Ivoire, in 2009, the United Nations accused Israel of conducting a blood diamond trade due to its illegal trading practices. But Tel Aviv refuted the allegations, saying all its diamonds had been imported in accordance with the Kimberley process, an international certification scheme set up in 2003 to crack down on the trade of conflict diamonds, following civil wars in Angola, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. But Israel has been able to exploit a loophole in the Kimberley process's definition of conflict diamonds, as rough diamonds are used to finance wars against governments. And when the World Diamond Council proposed in 2015 to change the Kimberley Process definition to include human rights violations, Israel shut down the attempt, saying the move would have been disastrous, especially for Israel. Major players in the global diamond market such as Anglo-American, LVMH, Signet Jewelers and Swatch claim to source conflict-free diamonds responsibly. However, a significant portion of the diamonds they procure are produced in Israel after a very dubious journey, and then sold to consumers who are unaware that they are unwittingly funding a regime accused of war crimes and genocide.